Hey guys, welcome to the Wood Department Chopping Block Podcast with Highwind and Fenrill. We got a good show for you guys tonight. Fenrill, you here with me, buddy?
I'm here, man. I think it's about time is what people are going to be saying to us. I think.
Yeah, but we're figuring it out. We have I think tonight we got our own server going. We figured out how to do a lot of this stuff. Neither one of us knows how to set up any of this stuff, so we literally are winging it and figuring things out. But
Yep.
we got the cams up and we got everything going, and we're ready. We're ready to go for I would say this is our first episode that's actually legit. So looking forward to it. We got a lot to discuss tonight, and we
We got a
have Get
special
Rich
guest
Bro,
too, I
another
think, at
special
the
guest.
end. Yeah. so,
So
um,
what do
yeah.
you want to start
So,
with, buddy?
yeah. What's up, guys? Fenriel here. Obviously, we'll probably introduce ourselves a few times the first few episodes. Just I don't know, y'all might have forgotten. Um, Yeah, let me see here. We've got a lot to talk about and not a lot of time. I know that yesterday there was an update on the servers. I know last in our trailer teaser we talked about some nostalgia feelings and things that they'll never be able to recreate. And it's funny because I think that they recreated some nostalgia with the update yesterday that they hadn't done in 2019 or in SOM. There was the Dire Maul came out. There was just a lot of stuff. You can already start to see the economy of the game changing, and we're gonna get into a little bit of all that. Highwind, what part of the update you think you want to start with?
So with Dire Maul coming out, that brings out world buffs. Brings out a lot of Bis gear. Um, Also, Paladin Epic Mount. I think the Warlock Epic Mount comes out with that. There's going to be tons of people running it. World PvP is now big, so I would be careful running around Dire Maul because there's probably going to be a shitstorm of people getting killed out there.
Oh, you won't be able to really
Um,
run around. By the way, I mean unless a faction has control of that layer, you're gonna be kind of getting about 10 feet, and then
yeah, yeah, summons are going to be big there. But there's a lot of gear. People are going to be doing runs. People are going to make some good money carrying people for the ring and tribute runs, things like that.
there's a staff
This
too for
might be
casters. That's
be the
good.
one time we could say we could thank bots actually for one thing because I'm sure there's going to be a ton of hunter bots that are going to bring down the price of major mana potions and all that. So that should be nice for raiders. And yeah, I think the only thing with that though is that I've heard through the grapevine that people are charging 5Gs for a summon, which that's crazy. People need to drop that down to about 1G. Um, and
Yeah,
DM jump runs, Eye of
dude.
the Wild, a lot of good stuff from DM. What are you
It's
looking for in DM, Fenril?
Yeah, well, real quick, I just want to you talk about summons and the price is going up. It's crazy to me, right? So I felt like when the server first came out, and obviously after like a couple weeks, summons started becoming more popular, and I feel like the prices of a lot of them were like 1 gold. Obviously, because people didn't have a lot of gold and money at the time, they were everyone was lower
Right.
level and stuff. And then it went to 2 gold. Some of them peaked at 3 and then came back down to 2. Now, like yeah, the Dire Maul summons. I don't know what these summoner guild or summoner group is doing because dude, people are not going to pay the summons to get summoned in this spot where, yeah, it's a safe spot, but the second you jump down to go to the instance, you die and you're better off freaking flying and running with your group cuz if 3 or 4 people make it in, but one person that took a summon or not doesn't and is having to take 7 or 8 death runs to get into the instance, it's still slowing the group down. So these summoners, you heard it here first. Some advice from Chop and Block. Don't put your prices so high, or people are gonna not pay it, and they're just gonna run with their whole group. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah, I certainly did not pay 5G for something.
I don't even think I have
That's
5G right
that's
now.
yeah. I mean, people are still. That's one of the good things about the Dark coming out now is that the economy is going to change a little.
A lot.
People are going to get rich. There's going to be hunters that are making a ton of money. Druids can solo that. Um, a lot of good BOEs from there. DME jump runs for mages, pallies, basically anything that can AOE. It's going to make people a lot of money. Hide of the Wild comes out, so people with professions are going to make some money. I saw what's it called, the Nostromo guide thing that gives you Kelsarar. I saw that people were selling that for like 400 or 500
Well,
gold.
they
You're
were
gonna have
listing
your
it for that.
DM books.
So Yeah, it's crazy with what you just brought up, right? There was a lot of I was actually in a group. I had a kind of a couple buddies. We were talking before it released all morning. We're like, all right, at such and such time, we're gonna be on. We're gonna be ready to go, and that way we can start doing our runs. We're gonna get our mage friend his water. Blah blah. We had a plan. Well, obviously it came out at 5. We didn't end up starting our first run. Um, until like 7:15 because of all it was in the PvP was wild. But the books we had a few Libram, Libram of Focus or whatnot that gives the 8 spell damage and healing, which is usually a pretty good one to sell. But like we had like 3 of them drop in our first 2 runs, wild drops. So they were on the auction house for like 1,000 gold, and then like 20 minutes later they were down to 400. So obviously things are going to level out. If I was y'all, I wouldn't buy those items like immediately. I'd wait a couple hours, unless you see like me selling it or Highwind selling it, buy it right away. Um, but again, we're gonna try and give you guys some advice and tips and things to just to help make your experience a little better. Um, Keep in mind that yeah, the economy's gonna be changing. If you weren't a Skinner taking advantage of Devil Sword in the last couple weeks, there's going to be different things that other classes can take advantage of now with Dire Maul, as well as gears changed. I guess your BIS list has changed. And yeah, there's
Yeah, there's definitely new gear
a
out, but
lot.
I mean Dire Maul opens up a ton of stuff. Like most classes can do jump runs,
Yep.
and Living Essence will be hot right now because of Hide of the Wild, and there's just a lot of stuff. This phase of the game, in my opinion, is basically this is what I think should like almost launch with Classic. I
Well,
forget, maybe it was Psalm.
yeah, it
Wasn't
was, but
wasn't there a phase where it was all out at
no, yeah.
once?
So Sam, they had ranking out in the start, and they had Dire Maul, and it was Dire Maul. Wasn't was ZG out too? I don't know, but I think that the problem was that you had a lot of people that really like, because the PvP gear, especially rank, the epic, rank 14 weapons and the epic sets are so like they're better than tier 2. Like people
Yeah.
weren't playing the game at all. They weren't even like, why even go to Dire Maul when you just sit and gain honor and rank to get gear that's it's gonna last you more than one phase or 2 phases. So I think that ultimately I actually, for me, Highwind, I actually am glad. At first, I was a little frustrated yesterday. I was like, man, why didn't they, if they had released BGs at the same time? Oh, I got a blue out of that chest. Nice. Um,
Nice.
I was like, if they had released BGs, we wouldn't be spending 2.5 hours to get into Dire Maul, but one of the guys in our group was like, yeah, but if they released BGs, like people wouldn't even be really caring about Dire Maul necessarily. Like it just, I think that it's,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah,
kind of
they'd be
like it.
all doing PvP with nobody doing PvE.
Yeah, dude, because
I
otherwise
I
the
don't know.
game, otherwise the game becomes dead, right? Like if all these things are out at once, but only like for example, let's say Dire Maul came out in the beginning. Well, there's items that you like some classes wouldn't even need Scholomance or Strat Live, or they wouldn't even need some of the dungeons. So like, and again, this game is World of Warcraft. Like it's a world. You're supposed to get out there and explore. In fact, I found my old game box for the original game. Where it had like the trifold thing. And it
Yep.
literally said like explore the world, with friends or without. But it was like it's the world, and if too much came out at once, why would you farm one item when you could just farm Dire Maul and get 4 or 5 items?
Right. I get what you're
Yeah,
saying.
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
I mean, well, going into that, PvP is going to change a lot.
Hmm.
I know our guild is all buzzing about PvP right now. We talked about Dire Maul, like outside there, probably just being a shitstorm of PvP and people getting killed and whatever. That's just because anybody that's like you said, the rank 14 gear is better than tier 2. I mean, for most classes, you're basically carried until like AQ with that gear.
Yeah, I see
So
it.
everybody that's pretty serious about this game, they're all gonna be going as much honor as they can each week, trying to get that rank 14 gear ASAP,
Well, it's
especially
rank
like,
14's weapons, but yeah, but
or yeah, well, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying.
Hey,
They're going for the max PvP gear right away.
you
Basically,
know
is
what's a
everybody in our guild.
You know what's a bigger shitstorm, Highwind, than the world PvP itself? I don't know if any of our viewers. I'm sure a lot of y'all had problems too. I think. All right, Laring. Excuse my language because I don't curse. No, I curse a lot. But what the fuck? is going on with layering? I don't know the horde. It doesn't look like they're having the problems that it seems the alliance are having. Maybe it's because they outnumber us. I don't know. But dude, yesterday we were in a raid group. Last night we had maybe two groups. I don't remember the exact amount, but whatever. We had a couple, different raid groups. With guildies, a couple pugs, whatever. And dude, there was about four of us that joined late. They had already started, and we came in late and right when we joined, we got layer to their layer, and then like 10, 15 minutes later, we swapped layers, and um, we didn't swap right away. So we were like 15 to 30 minutes behind the rest of the group with layering. So then it got to the point where like there was three of us that never like if you look at my honor yesterday.
Yeah, they never
Yeah,
layered.
so
Yeah.
yesterday I had 136 honorable kills, only 3K honor. Dude, the honor that the people in the group were getting, they were at like 7, 8, 9, 10K honor, and I was there with them on the mini map, but I wasn't on the layer. I was getting,
Yep.
it was, dude, I don't know what the layers have been in this game since 2019, and I know that they evolved layers in Season of Mastery and Season of Discovery, but like it's almost like I don't know if they've tried something different, and or
I think
internally.
that just happens when there's too many people. I think if a layer gets
Well,
too
well,
packed,
there were
or
changes.
I don't really know.
There were changes to layering on this game. They even said it. They did say that they were going to have layering to where they were going to try and faction balance layering. But here's the thing, right? Like I know, like I remember when it came out. Like I don't know if you played the opening night, but like they locked certain factions. Like if you were trying to create your character, and it was during
Yep.
like that certain minute where like 1,000 people had just created a horde character. Well, they locked horde, so people that wanted to play horde had to wait a few minutes for it to unlock. So I know that they
Right.
said that they made some changes to layering, but I think that they fucked it up. And I would like to hear y'all's opinions in the comments or whatnot. Y'all could say Finn, you're a dumbass, or yeah, Finn, like something's definitely different. I
Yeah.
don't
If
think it's
anybody
better.
has any concrete info on that, that would be nice to kind of know what's going on. I'm actually in game two, and I'm seeing a bunch of people spamming for summons for Dire Maul for 5 gold. That's absolutely bonkers. I don't know who's paying that, but they
Take
need to
one, bro.
stop so that doesn't become a thing.
Take one. Well, hey, I tell you what, Highwind, I bet you if more of our, followers and fans, like I don't know if they know this, they can, they can tip us for our hard work of entertainment and our news. Um, and we would love to take 5 gold summons and not care about it. So, if if you guys wanted to be like, Highwind and Finn deserve to take those summons, I'm gonna send them 5 gold or 500 gold, whatever. We might even shout you out and be like, yo, this summon was brought to you by, whatever. I'm
Yeah,
just
send
saying.
me 500 gold,
Yeah.
please. Just mail it to me
And
right now.
while we're selling out for a second, Highwind really needs he really could use somebody that does Mara boost that instead of charging him like the 13 gold per run, will charge him like.
No, I got somebody. I got
Oh, we
somebody. I
got that
got I
straight.
got
Never
our
mind.
boy Kevio.
Oh, okay. All right. Shout
He'll
out.
take care of it.
That's
He's
what's
doing
up.
he's doing the big boy. He's doing the big boy runs. Shout out to Kevio, awesome mage. He spent a lot of time recently, uh, going hard to get to 60, and then he took a while learning all of that Mara stuff from scratch, and
Oof.
he's been boosting a lot of people. He's gotten good at it. So
Hey,
I'm
that
in good hands
knowledge
with
is
Kevio.
like, dude. My mage is 50 or 51. I I don't know. I say I want to learn the Mara pull, but I also said the same thing about the ZF pull, and I learned it and never did it because I don't I don't know if y'all can tell, but I don't like I'm extroverted. I don't really want to play an online game by myself. um, but
No, dude, those things are hard. It's hard to do. It's hard, very hard to do
well,
those
well,
things.
I'm a freaking like I'm a Dumbo, right? Like dude, I press my buttons, bro. I spend my fucking mana, bro. I'm not like conserving mana, so I run out of mana, and the mobs have like it just gets boring. I don't know. It's not that's not my style of gameplay. Is like playing single player World of Warcraft, even though I probably wouldn't be broke, like I am, like. Oh, yeah. But yeah. So, all right. What else? What else? I think so. We talked. I mean, what else? There was a few other things that came out too, right? I mean, what else?
Yeah, I mean, going back to PvP,
Yeah.
people are going to be ranking. So with our guild wood department specifically, I know pretty much everybody is going for that gear, which means if you're horde on Night Slayer, I would
Sorry.
watch out because they're going to be killing people. I know we're setting up kill teams of groups to practice our tactics, things like
Oh, I
that,
didn't know
and
that. But
and we're going to be out. Yeah, like Cos wants people running 5-man, 10-man groups. We're still gonna run our big raids and all that stuff, but outside of like the big group stuff, he wants people practicing in smaller teams and running, whatever you can to get that honor. The serious guys, he's expecting everybody to kind of have their max rank that they can get each
That
week.
way we can all be
And
spamming chop chop, right?
yes, exactly. And then also too, WoW, they made this change finally, which I love because I've never been huge. Like I'll do world PvP with like the guild and stuff, but I've never been huge on like hitting max rank
Yeah.
and getting the max points every week. But
It's hard if you have a
WoW
life. So
changed,
what changes did they make? What are you excited about?
they changed it where it doesn't decay anymore.
So explain that to
Which
me, because like that's I haven't ranked in a while because obviously I got kids, I got a family and stuff, and um for me actually I have more time now than I did back in like 2019 because back then I was my career was 90 hours a week. I was I didn't have time to rank past like 10 or 11. So what do you mean by no decay? So you mean to tell me if you have a family and you're like a casual dad gamer or whatnot, you don't have to worry
Yeah,
about.
it might take you a while. It might take you a while to rank, but you don't. So say you get to rank 3,
Yeah.
and then you stop PvPing, you'll stay at rank 3. And
So if
you're
you have a
the only
week where you
decay
slack and you don't hit honor cap or you do less honor, you don't get penalized. You just don't gain. You just don't rank up, but you don't down rank, right? Oh,
exactly,
that dude, that's
exactly.
sweet.
So yeah, so if you hit, so say you hit like rank 3 and you stop PvPing, you'll decay to the very bottom of rank
And
3,
possibly drop
but
to yeah. Okay.
you won't, no, you won't drop anymore.
Oh
You'll
no. Okay.
stay whatever rank you are.
Well,
So
hold
you
on.
won't
I
drop
heard I
down to
heard
rank
that you
2.
won't that like if you get to rank 3 60%, that you will stay rank 3 60%. That
I'm pretty
That's what I heard,
sure
but we'll
that's
we'll have to
not the case.
we'll have to see because here's what I heard was that you don't decay because see the decay basically it obviously takes a while to rank anyways, right? Like even if you're a fucking sweaty, you know, hit honor cap every week and blah blah blah, um, there was still like it still took a while. It wasn't something you could just go do in a few weeks. But I think the cool thing about this part is if you have a week where like okay like this week man like we had ice and snowstorm so like got to play more than usual. If your average casual gamer got to play more than usual, and then next week they pick up extra hours to make up for the time weren't working or whatever the case was. I think it's cool that they it's not like it's going to take them double the time to rank. It's just going to take them the normal time plus that week that they didn't PvP, So it's still taking them the same amount of weeks to rank, but it's the same amount of weeks that they actually try, right? I guess is I think that's great, man. I think that's going to bring more people to PvP, to be honest. Because I think after like 3 weeks or so of VGs being out, that you'll get some casual players or newer players or whatever, players that aren't necessarily PvPers or aren't as good. I think that they get like intimidated and they're like, okay, that guy's like 5 ranks above me already, and he just stomps me, so it's not fun. And then they don't play anymore, and that just makes it not fun for the rest of us. I think it's fun having a mixture of people's in games, right? I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, I think this is good too for people that never really got Grand Marshal or any of that and never really ranked. It just, during the whole lifespan of this server, going through all the phases, even if you're just casually PvPing each week and whatever, like, you should be good to be able to hit max rank if that's what you're looking to do.
Now,
Uh,
Tywin, question: do you think that with what you just said about more people being able to hit like Grand Marshal and was it High Warlord or whatever, rank 14? Do you think that's going to increase the number of freaking people that are like, in chat when they're like, looking for a guild, rank 14? Like, you think that's going to increase the people that, or do you think it's just going to make rank 14 not mean as much?
um, I mean, the gear is what's really important. So, like, basically, it's just gonna be it. It will be like you're saying. It won't be such a special achievement. And I remember years back where people were the crazy lengths they had to go to be able to do all that, and
Oh,
just I'm not going to get into all that, but it
well,
would be
no, yeah, because
crazy
they
for people to try to.
yeah, like we talked about in our teaser trailer, man. Like again, back in vanilla, right? Not talking about 2019 when First Classic first came out. In vanilla, there wasn't the info on like, okay, how much is to cap. I guarantee in vanilla, people, at least right away, people were not organizing like, okay, hey, yeah, you two get to lead the bracket this week. Make sure no one breaks the bracket, like the coordination, because people didn't know, right? um so yeah, I think it's, yeah, rank 14 was an actual like achievement, because one, you had to figure out how to do it and the dedication and time to put into that, and then you had to put the actual time in doing it. But um, no, I think it's, yeah. I tell you one thing, as a holy paladin, I've never played paladin before. Like, it's my first time playing anything other than a rogue or a little bit of mage in era. But I I I'm learning about PvPing. Like, I knew I was gonna have to sit in Alterac Valley next week until I get exalted. For the what is it, the offhand with 53 healing. Um, and then now I'm
Yeah, I mean that
learning.
tier is really good.
Yeah, but now I'm learning that you don't use that in PvP. That you always have a shield on, obviously for the block and the
Yeah,
armor
of
and
course.
yeah,
Because you're gonna be, especially as a healer, you're gonna get
yeah,
fucking bombed
and
on. So you
yes,
definitely want the shield.
yes. So
But the shield is still good. But talking about PvP, kind of like what our guild's doing. So yeah, we're gonna be, having kill teams running around. We're looking for. We'll still have our big world stuff. I saw a couple clips last night where we probably had like, I think maybe like 40, 50 guys, and we were stomping out like over 100 guys, and it was
that sounds
awesome.
about
Shout
right.
out to Prot Daddy Earn, our paladin. Leroy Jenkins ran in against probably 40 people and somehow didn't die. Our
While
healer,
screaming, by the way, I don't think Leroy Jenkins is even relevant anymore. I think there's a clip we'll have to, again, guys, we're gonna find a way to start adding clips into these. But I wish y'all could see it. He was like screaming, "Prod Daddy, Prod Daddy!" It was hilarious.
yeah, he just ran in, and I was amazed that he didn't die. But our healers are pretty good, and he's definitely discovering as Alliance the power of a prop paladin. So it's
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Oh, while we're
Um,
talking about paladins, because I play one, I want to say something I noticed during World PvP. So, I was running around, and I guess this was one of those kill squads you're talking about. I thought that was something that everyone was doing. I didn't know that. But anyways, we have made the decision to not kill any horde that is gray. Gray, if they're, what's it, like, what, 14 levels or whatever, if they're X number of levels, 20 levels below us, and they're gray, we're not killing them. Whereas obviously before Honor came out, dude, I mean, a lot of people have the philosophy red is dead, right? I don't know, you hordes out there that are watching this. Obviously you do what you want, but if a target doesn't give you honor, right, and they're just leveling, and again, it's almost like a gentleman's game, right? It's almost like, okay, I think some people disagree and say, oh, well, I know if they were higher level, they'd kill me if I was leveling. Well, I think that the thing is like, okay, I, if you're not getting honor, leave the person alone, because it's every one of us, horde or alliance, like, myself included. I'm one of the best players in the game, but I mean, I had to death run a few times getting to Dire Maul last night. It was annoying. Imagine these guys leveling, which I think is hilarious that phase two is out and they're leveling their main still, and hopefully it was not. But yeah, just don't kill if they're honorless. What's the point? Like, there's enough honored targets. Leave the
Yeah,
children
I've
alone.
never killed people like that. I usually don't like, I don't know, when I see a guy doing a quest, I don't really bother. But again, I'm not like a hardcore PvP guy.
Yeah.
But
On my rogue
everybody
now,
says
I would
we're
gank
all
Lobies. It was
griefers
fun.
and
It's a one shot.
all this stuff, and it's not true. We're not running around killing lobies. Even though there's no honor in the game, I mean honor outside of the game as like a person. Like, we're not like that big of scumbags that we're just killing people that are lobies. Like, there's no joy in doing that. It's, we're looking for PvP that's legit. And it's funny when the guild pulls up with 40 something people, and there's just a wall of horde, probably 80 to 100 of them, and we just stomp them with superior tactics and better play and all that. That's
Teamwork.
that's what we're looking to do.
Yeah. Which again, I don't want us to. I think a lot of our enemies are trying to pose as fans to try and get some of these tactics. They're not going to get any of them, guys. If you're coming here hoping we'll spill our secret to just being superior, we're not. But I think that yeah, no, World PvP has been a blast. I will give Blizz some credit. Layering is fucked. Okay, so I wish that they would revert to whatever they did in SOD, SOM, or even 2019. I'd rather do that. But layering, like if they're trying to do this balanced layering, um, again, layer swapping is always going to exist, right? While there's layers, people are always going to try and escape a layer or escape to a layer. Okay, for whatever reason, whether they're trying to get, fresh spawns for a quest, or trying to get a new node for herbing or mining, they're trying to get away from a group that's killing them, or they're trying to get into the group that's, for action, whatever. Layer swapping, it's trying to balance layers. it, I don't think it's possible because all Blizzard is doing is they're killing the purpose. Like layers, basically layers shouldn't exist if they're gonna like. So let's break that down, right? So let's say Highwind and I are fighting each other, even though let's say we're opposite factions, okay? And I'm trying to, he's got a group that's 40, he's got a raid group that's crushing the Dire Maul entrance. Well, I get my group together because a couple of us died, or whether a couple guildies died. I get my group together and I want to go and freaking kill him. Well, I'm trying to get on his lair. Well, half my raid can't get on that layer. So finally, when they get on that layer, it balances and but kicks the other faction. It moves them to a different layer. That's ruining the game. Like Blizzard needs to let us play. So they either need to not whatever. What's up, Highwind? You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, I thought you said okay. Either they need to revert the changes that they did put in this fresh server, because trying to balance the layers, it's not working. It's flat out, it's it's not working.
Yeah, I mean, people are trying to escape on some of that. Another thing too with that is, um, I mean, it helps. I don't know. That's a whole. That could be a whole segment
Yeah,
if
I
we go
know.
down that rabbit
It's a
hole.
problem. But
But
what I was gonna say is that I want to give them kudos. The lag, I did not experience much lag. I thought, I think when it first dropped, like that first 5 minutes in Dire Maul, I think the servers were adjusting. But I think that was it was much better than when the server released on the first day and like everyone logged in and like
yeah, I mean that always happens. That always
yes,
happens at
but
the start.
I felt like there was a lot of people expected there to be lag that wasn't there. So I want to give Blizz kudos. I want them to fix this layering thing because again, dude, this is a 20-year-old game. If they're trying to make it like if they're trying
Yeah,
to make
I'm with
changes,
you. They should have that going.
yeah.
And that's going to be a thing with world bosses and stuff too.
Well, speaking of
The
world
world
bosses,
bosses have come out.
didn't um yeah, world bosses came out, everybody, and I will I know Highwind's going to talk about some cool stats that some of y'all that aren't in wood department are probably going to be like, "Oh, shut up. We know y'all are the best." But I will say this. I do like that they're spawning world bosses on each layer. However, I'm curious because apparently layers get created when a certain amount of populations in that zone. So and maybe I'm creating some new tech here. If we all wanted to get world boss loot that we never really get much, like what if we all knew like 30 minutes before world boss like spawned, we all brought characters to that zone to go from like the 4 layers to 10 layers, then we get 10 world bosses spawn. Or is that new layer gonna have a cooldown? That's all cool stuff, interesting stuff that I'm excited to see what ends up happening because of with layering. It's there's a lot of unanswered questions. It that could be a broken part that in a couple weeks they're patching the fix. Where we all get fucking looted. Like we get 20
Yeah,
layers, 20 bosses.
I think we got the first. I could be wrong,
Azure
but I
Ghost.
think our guild got the first Azure Ghost kill. I
Yes,
believe.
yes, and our one of our rogue actually, good friend of mine, shout out Half Tide. He actually, I don't know if we're friends. I hope we are. I love him, but he got the pussy can or what is it, pussy cape or pussy ant? Let me see here. What's it? I got it right here. I've got it pulled
The
up.
Poussant cape.
Yeah, was it French? I don't fucking
I
know.
don't fucking know,
Um,
but yeah,
Let me
it
pull it up.
definitely isn't the pussy cape. I'm pretty
Well,
sure.
yeah, it's PUSSI. No, hey, in our comments, if someone knows how to properly pronounce this, just shut the fuck up. We don't. No, I'm just kidding. If you could I'd love to know. But that's a great cape, dude. 12 stam, 40 attack power, 1 hit. I think that's good all the way, what, till Nax?
Possibly. I've never been an agility boy, so
I
I don't
should
know.
know.
I only
I
play
should know this,
healers.
but I never got that cape, bro. Again, that's a cape that, you don't. Um,
Speaking of layering, I'm trying to farm grave moss in this in Duskwood right
are
here,
you
and I'm
herbing
actually
right
gonna
now? Why aren't
layer
we in a
real
group?
quick because there's a level 40 something dude running around
Well,
with his mount,
invite
and I
me. I'll
can't keep
come
up.
because what level's your herb? I just hit 130. Plus I got the +5 enchant and the +5 gloves. I'm at technically 140. What
Well,
are you at?
don't come to where I am and steal the herbs
No,
I'm
I'm
trying to
not. I'm
pick
not.
up.
What level are you?
31.
Oh, you're way below me anyway, so I wouldn't do that. But I can come kill the guy. You're in Duskwood.
No. He's an alliance guy. You can't kill him.
Oh no. Okay, yo, yeah. Well, you're not. All right, here. I'm gonna send you some tech. Let me invite you so I can actually send you some cool stuff. Check this out, bro. I'm gonna teach you something
But
cool.
actually, uh, no, no, I don't want to layer.
No, you're not gonna layer. Oh yeah, here.
Yeah,
Invite me.
well, I'm not trying to do this right now. You just layered me to 4. Anyway, back to the podcast. So, fuck, I just missed a bunch of Briarthorn layering. That was really dumb. Um,
Got him. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, you did get
My
me.
bad. I'll
Um,
send you some Briarthorn.
one other, what was the other topic I wanted to cover?
How
Let me see
great?
really quick.
What department? No, we already talked about how great we are. I think, didn't we?
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
well, let's see here. Everything that came out, Dire Mall. Oh, the economy. We didn't really talk about the economy. Well, we did kind of.
yeah, no, we talked about that.
Yeah.
I think we're at the point now where we can bring in our special
Yeah.
guest
So
here.
real quick, without before he comes in here and starts talking. So guys, let's just I know originally when this podcast idea, obviously Gildy's heard about it first. We had talked about having our first full episode out on December 27th, December 28th, and then we were supposed to have we were going to call it quote unquote the retard bowl. It's kind of a play on the college football bowls that were going on around the same time, but it was going to be between two guild members or ex guild members that were in wood department and got kicked slash forced out slash whatever their reason. If they say they left, we know what really whatever. They both realized that the game is it's not fun when you're not on the winning team. So they've been begging to come back. They've been wanting to come back in. They realized that they fucked up. They basically were gonna have to duel to the death, and the winner got a chance to join. Again, well, both players obviously around the holiday. It was just bad timing. One of the guys had some IRL emergencies come up, so he was unable to make it. The other guy though, we're about to bring in here in about 2 seconds. We're just gonna let him tell who he is. We actually, it's not. I will say it's not fair. He did put some hours and prep in to his character. They had to get to level 40, not over level 40, and then they were gonna have to duel to the death. So they put a lot of time in. Um, and it was kind of fucked up that he was ready to duel to the death and didn't get a chance. So our fearless leader, our dear leader, the great leader that he is, came up with really, I think this is an easy way in. I think he's fucking lucky. Um, a way to join the guild without having to kill anybody. He just has to not kill himself, which that'll make sense shortly. So without further ado, we're gonna bring in a guy by the name of Get Wrecked Bro, which I assume his name was about when he got kicked from the guild. He got wrecked. I don't know, but we're gonna hear. So let's see here. Get Wrecked Bro. Let me see. Are you there, buddy?
Hello.
Ah,
Hey guys.
Nice.
What's going
What's up, dude?
ah.
Just grinding,
Yeah.
man. Just
Have you got 60 yet? I haven't even like checked.
no, just some IRL stuff going on.
Yep.
So
But
real quick,
just getting the levels boosted out as
Let him
much
finish.
as
Let
I
him finish.
can and getting going.
yeah. So
Leveling a priest actually. So
And
that's
really
a bit
fast,
different.
get wrecked. Can you?
Yeah.
This might just be me, but can you put your volume up a little bit or like
Yeah,
talk
I
a little
can.
louder? Just on my end,
Absolutely.
at
yeah,
least,
I
it
think you
sounds like a
turned
little
yourself
low.
down.
I will.
Yeah. Well, while you're doing that, Get
How's
Wrecked.
this?
I think
Check.
so you got to 40. So real quick, I want you to tell us a little bit who you are, a
Hmm.
little bit about your experience on how long you've been playing, blah blah blah, a little bit about you, real quick, and then I'm
Yeah.
curious. The first question, while you're answering that, when did you find out that the duel for at level 40 duel to the death wasn't happening? Is that when you decided to level past it because you had already put time in? But yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and then we'll get into the fun stuff.
Yeah, so I've been playing WoW since 0405. I leveled a um funny enough, I had no idea. I was like 11, 12 years old. Actually, I was 12 years old exactly when WoW came out. So, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was like, a mega smooth brain, right? So, I leveled like a Night Elf Warrior. I got it up to 48, and I just got pissed. I was like, this is taking forever to get to 60, and didn't quite get there. Came back for TBC back in '07. Played through Lich King, played through Kata, quit during Cataclysm, came back for Classic, played Horde side for Classic, played Alliance on Season of Mastery, and that's actually where I was introduced to you guys, to Wood Department, because I
Wait,
was playing
when was
on
that? You said?
Season of Mastery. I was the opposite faction. So
Oh,
my introduction to Wood Department was sitting in Ironforge, going to the bathroom, coming back, and as I'm walking back to my computer, I see like 20 people drop from the Ironforge roof and scream Aloha snack bar and sapper the ever living crap out of the entirety of Ironforge.
Oh, hey,
I'll never forget it.
that's.
That was
I'm
hilarious.
glad you
that
brought that
sounds like
up.
Wood Department.
Yeah, no, that was actually one of the first times where Flask of Petrification really became like a a
Hmm.
consumable that everyone carried. And actually, we'll have to find. I might try and find a way to edit that clip into this, or we'll post it again. But I have that clip because when we attacked Ironforge, um, that was actually my rogue that went in first, and I petried in the middle of Ironforge to
Oh,
get people to attack me because people didn't really know.
Mm.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
yeah. So from
So
there,
when did you
go ahead.
join? When did you join the guild?
So I want to say it was like classic era. I was like, I gotta get a warrior to 60. I gotta get a warrior to 60. So I got a warrior to 60, and then I never really got her geared. And from there, Season of Discovery came out. So um, then I joined the guild. I think it was like, I was in a different guild before then, and then I was like, because that was my Season of Mastery guild that I was in previously, and that'll go unnamed, but it fell
Why
apart.
why will it go unnamed?
I mean, we could name it. Come Under Me, which is a weird
Oh
name.
god, I'm assuming it wasn't spelled the normal way.
No, it was not.
That's awesome. So wait, that what faction was that on?
That was Horde on Season of Discovery.
Oh, okay. So you
Yep,
played
yep, and that was
Alliance. You played Alliance in Season of Mastery, and that's when you
yeah, and that
realized
was in
that.
Checkmate, and it was they took good care of me in that guild because I probably I only G quit like every fucking guild on the server.
So you were
I think
Alliance. Just trying to get this out. So you were Alliance until
mhm.
like they took care of you, and then Wood Department came to Ironforge and took care of y'all, and that's when you realized, okay, I want to game with the big boys.
Oh yeah, I was like the sympathizer on the Alliance. I would slash love everybody on in Wood Department and like all the classic, like I would kneel before them and role play, and like I don't know, I was just having fun. Like I just
So
thought the name was so hilarious.
yeah, is this fun? And I will. We talked about that a little bit, and obviously throughout our episodes, you'll, and like I said, we actually appreciate you being our first guest, which is that's
Yeah.
kind of a cool accomplishment. Even if you don't make your way back into the guild, that's an accomplishment. You'll be, um,
Oh, he'll make
Mhm.
his way
yeah, I
back in.
think you will,
He's got to
hopefully.
train.
Yeah.
But I want to say something.
He's got
So,
to train a little bit.
I want to hear real quick. So, because
Mhm.
I didn't play past phase one inside. So, and I think
Okay.
you were in the guild then. I don't
Oh
think
yeah, I went hard in
yeah,
Season
no,
of
I think
Discovery.
you
I
and
feel
I
like.
don't want to say we hate each other, but I think that, like, I think I started. I think I was like, who the fuck is this guy trying to take over being the most annoying? Um, and we had some banter back and forth that was never, was
Yeah.
friendly. But then I quit playing. So I want to know
Right.
what happened. Like you got kicked, you quit. I'm assuming again, I don't know the
Oh
story at
man.
all. I'm assuming you quit. I took some notes down just now when you talked about your WoW experience. It sounds like quitting is
Yeah.
something that you're used to. Like you quit after Wrath of Lich King,
Yeah.
you quit your
Yeah.
faction. Like You know, and by the
Oh
way,
man.
get wrecked. Don't be upset. Wood department causes a
No,
lot
it's
of
all
people
good.
to quit their factions. Um, but yeah,
Yeah,
tell
Yeah.
me
the
what
people
happened.
want to
What
join
like
the
what?
guild.
Tell us the tea, bro. What happened?
So I think this was like, I don't know if you guys remember this. This was like during the Deviant Delight madness, if we can bring that up.
Deviant Delight.
Just
I
peep.
explain
So
it because I don't. Yeah, go.
Highwind, do you remember?
I don't think he played then, did he? Highland did you didn't?
Okay, so basically Deviant Delight was a server on Classic Era
Yeah,
that you could not transfer off of and you could not transfer to. So they were treating it, even though everything was already released, they were treating it as a
a
Classic
fresh.
Fresh. It was like the streamer server at the time, right?
Yes. Okay, I
So
remember hearing about that. Okay, okay.
yeah, so people were doing Season of Discovery and leveling in Deviant Delight, so people were like, burning the candle at both ends, right? And I
Oh, you
just was
played Deviant Delight too. Okay.
Yes, yeah. So I was on both at the time, and I was just trying to get to 60 on my shaman. Um, I don't know, man. I was just like burnt out. I don't know how many sappers on Season of Discovery side. I was making sappers left and right for when Blackrock Mountain came out, for when the mountain came out in whatever phase that was, right?
Yeah.
Um,
So
and so I couldn't get sappers when after I donated probably 2,500, 3,000, 3,500 sappers. It was an expensive amount of
you
money
donated
that I
sappers
was,
to what? The guild?
Oh yeah, I was making. I mean, I was farming.
So
I
And
was
this is
doing
on
everything I
Deviant
could to get
Delight, not in
currency.
Sod, right?
This was in sod for the
all right.
sappers.
So
Oh, okay.
so I remember. So again, I heard a little bit about. Now it's coming back to me. So I heard
Yep.
that you were like you donated like gold or like 30,000 gold worth of either
Yeah.
gold, raw gold or materials or whatever.
It was probably a combination of both.
And
Wait,
so
and so
Um,
why?
why
But
were
why
you
did you
donating
donate?
all this? You were just doing this to
I
For
was
do
just
what?
it,
doing
or
this to I wanted that perfect when you go to the wood department videos on YouTube and you see everybody getting sappered and like kind of like what we had in Season of Discovery with the what were they the incursion trains when we were wiping those, that was the first time I got to sapper with wood department and it was magical, right? Like there
It is
nothing
magical. Thank you.
when you get into that guild
Mhm.
and you sapper for the first time with everybody else at the same time and everything is just a pile of destruction, like it's amazing, right? Like you see honorable kill, honorable kill, honorable kill, and it's just going off. Everything on the screen is just massive chaos. Like you're just like, I love this, and it's like an addiction,
So,
right?
uh,
And so like
qu-
I didn't get sappers. I asked for sappers and I couldn't get them, and it just sat with me for a while.
so
And
hold on, real
I
quick.
don't know, man.
I still,
Yeah.
I don't think my question, I don't think our question had answer. So wait, what? But
Okay.
like, what was the reason you donate? Like, all right. So look, I'll put
Just I
myself in.
wanted to set up that perfect environment so we could all like
No, so
conquer
you didn't
together
donate asking for
successfully.
like I know I
Mm-mm.
every week I know I send Costanza some mail like yo like here's like 70 silver, can I be an
all right,
officer?
hang on. I think
And
we're getting too distracted on
Okay.
one little topic. So you made a ton of sappers,
Yeah.
and you're doing this to help the guild and get stuff going, and then what?
And then basically the mountain came out, and I think I asked either users or cost or one of the officers for some sappers, and they said no
oh,
after I had donated like a serious amount,
how did
right?
how did that make you
And
feel?
I was just like, oh, dude, it
Yeah, it's
was like
shitty. I would be pissed too.
it felt like
It felt like you were on the receiving end of the sappers.
it felt like when King Theoden in Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers finally realized that Grima Wormtongue was his enemy.
I,
That's what it felt
I don't
like.
know
It
who
was
any of
like
those
that
people.
realization. Not that he
Okay, I
is.
love the
So
Lord of the
it's
Rings reference, but
yeah,
to be fair though,
yes.
Kaz and them, like, I don't
It was
really know
sure
users that well, so I can't speak to
right.
him, but I know Kaz is fucking, he has so much shit going on, like, he gets
Tons.
Exactly.
blasted with so many messages, all that, like,
And,
so, in
I
their
would have taken
defense a
that into
little bit, I
consideration.
agree that's fucked up, but I would say that they probably didn't do it as, like, yo, fuck this guy, we're not gonna give it to
Right.
him, like,
Yes.
it most likely was probably
It
overlooked
was
or
a
some
time
sort of
thing.
thing like that.
It was like a contingency on
Well,
time. Like
and not
they
just
probably just
that,
didn't
get wrecked.
have the time or like attention to give out to this one person while they're trying to
Well,
do this massive thing,
yeah,
right?
so get wrecked again. You were newer, so
Mhm.
I'm sure you watched our first little teaser trailer where we talked.
Oh yeah.
So you got to understand, right? Everyone needs to understand, not just you. And you were someone that was in the guild, and you obviously love the guild. To
Mhm.
donate that much, put that much time in, you were what I would consider you were a member. You were bought in. You were a part of the fucking
Mhm.
family. So people don't realize that Wood Department is not just a your normal guild. Like it's an organization. Okay, like there's levels to this. I can tell you, you know, I don't want to be an officer, even though they come to me all the time. And I'm just kidding. But like each officer has actual responsibilities, and they're not getting paid for this. Like this is like almost like volunteer. Like one of our officers, she literally set up our Discord, and like our Discord for Wood Department is like it's the most professional, like laid out, like it's
Mhm.
it's like a fucking Fortune 500 company set it up. Like, you know, it's like if Capital One had a Discord for their employees, that's what it would be like. And like these people are doing that for free. So I can speak on what Highwind was saying is I bet it definitely was not intentional. Now maybe
Right.
after you bugged him a lot, I'm sure you probably were like, yo, like you might have hit him up a few times. I do that. He gets annoyed at me. But whatever. You know, that there might have been a point where he said, okay, I fucking like he's not getting the point that I'm busy or whatever. So now I'm gonna be
Mhm.
intentional. Maybe I don't know. We'll have to get Costanza's, you know, whatever. But I can say this, and Highwind will back me up on this. We've been given permission. We've been tasked. We've been deputized by dear leader to offer you, in my opinion, an easy route back into the
Mhm.
guild.
Wait, hold on. We're skipping way ahead
Yeah,
here.
well, I wasn't
So,
gonna
all
say
right.
it, but
So you didn't get these sappers and whatever
Right.
set that started some drama. Easy
Mhm.
thing. I'm sure a million WoW players can relate to. I can too, but not,
Yeah.
not getting
Yeah.
an item, expecting this,
Yeah.
loot, all that. That's a common thing
Mhm.
that happens and definitely gets on people's nerves. I've felt the
Right.
same way, all that. So understand where you're coming from. So now
Yeah.
what happens next?
So after like sitting in chat with two ex members of Wood Department,
who?
um Exel
I don't. Okay.
and one that might come back. I hope he comes back. Is Reeb. Like they were
Who?
like talking Reeb.
Reeb?
Are you talking about? No, no. Isn't he banned in game right now or something?
No, he like I don't know
Are you
what
talking
he's
about
doing.
R E B, right?
He's mostly Reeb. Yeah,
Yeah,
Reeb.
I
He's
thought.
my homie.
Yeah, yeah. No,
I love
yeah. I
Reeb.
remember him. Um, I thought he got banned by Blizzard for some. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought he got banned from
I
Blizzard.
think he has several other accounts now
Well, you don't
with
want to
level
say that.
Yeah, I
sixties.
mean, you just make a new account. That's not like
No, I
it's not like
understand.
they could stop you.
So,
Yeah.
so what? Okay,
Hmm.
so
So you
you
talk to these guys
yeah.
and what? It just you
Yeah,
decided that
I
you want to
They
feel
go.
egged
like
you on, or what
yeah,
happened?
I feel like I was maybe a little. I mean, both of these are ex members right now, right, including myself. So like that has to be taken into consideration. That
Well,
like
maybe.
I enjoy both of their companies, but like I felt like I was maybe talked into
So they were leading you
spurred me
down.
out and
They were leading you
yeah,
Yeah,
down
they
your
were
own
trying
down
to
a
path.
bring you
rabbit
to the
hole.
dark side, basically.
Gotcha.
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, it
So how?
wasn't
But
really. I
how?
didn't.
Like I want to hear. Like give us. You know. I mean,
Oh, just
give us
like
some.
yo,
Give us an example. What's the one thing that sticks out the
yeah.
most you remember that they did to you?
Like Exel was like, dude, you didn't get those sappers after you spent how much on them, and he said no to you, and
So wait, he
you're
did
just
say
gonna
no. I
let him
thought you
do
said
that to
he.
you?
I thought you said that he didn't like he like because you even said he just never like he didn't respond. Like he must have been busy or something. So he did tell
Right.
you no.
I think they didn't have the time to say yes to that answer is what I'm saying. Like when I asked for the
But he
sappers,
said
like
no.
you know what I mean? Right. He said no because and I think it was a time contingency thing. They didn't have the time to
Yeah.
stop the raid and just give me a stack of whatever and go
But
with
how
what
did
we
you?
were
I'm
doing.
curious. So did you say yo? Were you like yo? Since I donated so much gold and whatever, you know I.
No, I just straight up asked. I was like, "Hey, is there any chance I can get a stack or two of sappers? I'm out of them
So
right
you
now."
just like you were like, is there any chance? You weren't
Yeah,
like, man, I donated all this stuff. I
it
feel like I
wasn't trying to
deserve
be
it.
transactional about it. And yeah, exactly.
So did it get to that though? Did you ever get to like when he said,
Oh, it got to that point. Yeah,
okay, and
because
that was
like
when these other
it
two were egging you on?
right.
So
Exactly.
so it sounds like, and you know, and I'll let Highwind speak on his opinion now that we've heard, you know, from you, I
Mhm.
guess. Like it sounds from my opinion, and you know, I still, you know, I kind of like you, but it sounds like you let two weak dick ex members like
Right.
control you. Like that's like, dude, that's not very like fucking chopper like
I
that.
hear you.
Like, dude,
I
I
mean,
hear you.
we
I
want
don't know. That's a
strong
little
trees, bro.
crazy.
We don't want twigs, bro. We don't want, you know, like, you know, you need to
For sure.
withstand a hurricane.
I don't know. I get it. I get it. You were upset about that. Whatever. This game does that.
Yeah, it does.
Right.
You know, I've been through other similar situations,
Yep,
and like it's one of those things you can't make everybody happy.
you can't.
It's very hard to do, especially in a game like this. The boss drops fucking 3 items and there's 40 people. It's, you know,
Well, and not
you're
just
gonna
that. Everybody has their own like what they love and like about this game or how they want to
right.
play it.
Everybody thinks they're gonna get this.
Yes.
Everybody has, you know, so I get that. And, you know, but now from the outside looking in, not being in the guild,
What have you
um
realized?
yeah, like I mean, I'm
Oh,
pretty sure you probably found
it's
out that
The game
it's
it's
doesn't.
pretty
not the
hard to
same.
beat this guild, and that there's not really you can't really
There's no
beat
other
it, right?
guild
It's
in the world in any game, any community anywhere that is like this community.
so
There's nothing like that
so
ever.
it's almost like when you're playing this game without wood department, it's like you might as well just
Right.
play Skyrim.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, play it. Or my favorite's Oblivion. Personally, I think Oblivion's a better game. But yeah, you might as well play single player RPG. And that's what you know. It's funny. It's funny you say that. I actually did that for like 2 months, coping
I knew
after
you
like
did
during
that too.
era. Cause I played Fallout New Vegas and It's called Tale of Two Wastelands. It combines Fallout 3, New
Okay.
Vegas into one game.
S-
It's like massive game, super fun, but it's single player, and that's what I took time off to
So what
play
so
while I
what
wasn't playing
game
WoW.
other than WoW, what game do you find yourself, I don't want to say playing like
All right, well, this is a little off topic, but have you ever
Right.
been in? So, all right, so what other you were playing single player games? You came
hmm
back to WoW. What did you join any other guilds?
Yeah, I joined. I joined Impervious on Alliance side, Classic Era. Had some really successful raids. Um, Wood Department seemed to be doing Season of Discovery stuff at that point.
you
I
joined an
think
era guild, right? You said you joined an era guild?
yeah, an era. Yeah, I'm mostly in a Classic Andy. I didn't even. I personally think Season of Discovery was the worst version of Classic we've ever gotten.
Yeah,
That's
it was.
my
I mean,
opinion.
it was.
It's not fun. I don't like it.
Well, Season of
Um,
Discovery?
yeah, I
I
hate Season of
I
Discovery.
I only played for the first phase for different reasons. I didn't quit because I actually think Season of Discovery is a different game than Classic. It is, but
Yeah,
I
it
actually
is.
enjoyed parts. I like that they're taking that game and trying to give some updates to it to make it a little different. But anyways,
Right,
yeah. So continue. So you joined some other guilds in Era.
right.
Was that
Yep.
before Wood Department started becoming well known on Era for preventing Alliance from raiding?
This was way no. This was way after.
Okay.
This was way
So you
after.
had already
But
heard of
Yeah.
so what
us.
I want to know though is what
Mhm.
like compared to Wood Department, like what are
Right.
you finding in your average other guild? And that guild was
Oh,
like
they
you said
die
you
out.
raided with them.
They just don't make it. They don't make it through Nax, or they don't make it through a
Did,
certain PvP progression. They
did
just
any of the
don't.
guilds you
They just
joined,
do not.
did they
Go
get
ahead.
absorbed by Wood Department and you were like, fuck, I'm not gonna be able to join?
No,
Okay, because
no,
we
not.
absorbed a lot of guilds. Like,
Right. No, not to that extent because this was Alliance on Era, and you guys were Horde on
wait, you were
Era,
playing
I believe,
Alliance?
right? Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
I
Oh,
had
how
it
many
because
of your guilds did we wipe?
my Season of Mastery character from Alliance transferred to Era. You see?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay,
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
Yep.
So
Yep.
how many times did you? Because so now it's all coming to me. So that's when you
Okay.
fell in love with Wood Department because you were getting crushed in Psalm.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
How
Oh, all
many of
the
those
time.
guilds? This is actually a good stat for us, Highwind. I actually want this is going to be good to have, and it's good that we're getting it in episode 1. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Get wrecked, you're a bro. How many guilds? You said you were in several guilds in Season of Mastery, right?
Yeah.
How many
Yeah, I
guilds
was.
like raged or fell apart or had some people quit because of the
Of the
destruction?
grief and the destruction. Yeah. I'd say at least batting average over 50%. Which, if you
Well,
think
how
of
many
Oh,
guilds
batting
were you in?
average,
awesome.
that's amazing,
That's awesome.
right?
So how many
You
guilds were
know.
you in? If you were in 2 guilds, that's only one. If you
Oh,
were in
I
10
was,
guilds,
dude. It got to the point where I was in checkmate, and I was just going through quite a bit, some life stuff at the time, and
life
which
stuff.
we all go through, right?
What?
Just IRL drama, family stuff.
Well, you
Um,
don't have to talk about it, but I mean, if you want, I mean, it
Yeah,
could.
ephemeral. That's irrelevant. So go ahead.
Oh, okay.
so basically, um, I was just kind of going through some issues of my own, and I was going through a lot of guilds and just trying to find that home that I never really could find. And I didn't find it on the Alliance side. I had to go to Wood Department to find it. But Checkmate did take good care of me. They raided a lot. I got AQR, Ancient Karaji Ripper, which that weapon
What
rips
class
if
were you
you're a
playing?
warrior.
You're playing warrior.
Warrior.
Okay.
That's pretty much all I play. And if I play something else, it's because I'm like trying to do something else for a little bit. But I'll always go back to warrior.
Now, are
And
you?
I'm not the best warrior by any means.
Oh, we know.
My parses are garbage, but I love the PvP. That's
Okay,
what
I
I
was about to
live
ask you.
for
So
is
you are.
warrior
So are you?
PvP.
You can. So obviously, I don't know. I don't know. Actually, I should
Mhm.
ask you this before I tell you because this is probably important to see if you actually know Wood Department. You
Mhm.
should know this. So what is Wood Department's like main like what is our purpose in the
Oh,
game?
we PvE in order to get the gear to PvP and stay
Yeah, you nailed.
PvP.
Okay, fuck. All right, so you checked that one because literally Cost wanted me to ask. Like that's one
Oh,
that
of course.
that's
Yeah.
literally people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that Wood Department's mission statement is not to
Yep.
grief. It's not to kill. It's not to fucking world PvP dominate. Obviously,
Right.
we do all that stuff. We don't grief though. But our
Yeah.
motto is we PvE to PvP.
Right.
And a lot of us are good at the game and are fucking intelligent fucking chad gamers
Yeah.
and human beings like
Fucking that's
so
funny, bro.
we a lot of us don't even like PvE, but we do it at such a high
Right.
level because if we're gonna put time into it, especially if it's something we don't like, we want to. That's why we clear shit so quick. That's why some of
Oh
our
yeah.
raids are always competitive because we want to get in and out, get our gear, and then get back to fucking dominating. So
Oh yeah.
so I think is it time, Highwind, for us to announce his task since the retard bowl was called off?
Well, so we know you're trying to join the guild again.
Right.
I'm rooting for you here, and
Yeah.
Well, I want to get some
I
stats
want
before
to.
you announce it. So yeah.
Fennel, stop fucking interrupting
All
me.
right.
So, um, I just want to know like why.
Mhm.
What are some of the things that you're missing, and you're like the reasons why you want to join the guild again? Like what
Well,
is
Yeah, genuine. What is
some
it?
of the stuff you're missing and looking forward to?
community. It comes down to community. Just classic Warcraft answer, right? Like um the community in Wood Department. I kept in touch with an officer
Who?
that I'm Z. She's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, she's
I talk to her on the phone pretty much every day. She's a very solid family friend. She's grown to become a family friend, and that's what I want to transition into. Is like these people that you play with, you spend so much time with them. They become like
yes.
a extended part of your family.
Yep.
They really do.
You must have watched
Fenrir, I've known you for
our first videos. We said that.
no, I'm just that's just kind of how I feel
Yeah.
about it, and that's how I've always felt about it, and I've brought that up with Z. But yes, I have watched the episode, um, and
So
it was a good episode.
it's like your career, like some businesses. Like I used to work in the car business
Right,
IRL, and like you spend more time at work than you do it with your family. So
right,
yes, and that's how WoW is, because WoW is such a
yeah,
involved game. Like it's
Well, I mean,
for
at this
sure.
point, people. I mean, we're going on fucking 4 or 5 years with a lot of people in this guild,
yes.
Right,
and that sort of thing.
yeah.
So I definitely get that.
I
Yeah.
want to add
So
though, this guild get wrecked. Do you understand? I'm going to tell you something because, like I said, I took a huge break, right? Like I didn't play. I played Phase One
Right.
Assad. I took like several months, and then when they came back to Era, I boosted a mage just to just to get a world record
Yeah.
on the Sapper. I don't know if you heard about that, but anyways, um,
No.
this guild has changed. I'm going to tell you that. Like this
Yeah.
guild has changed drastically, man. We've absorbed.
Right.
This guild's like 5 times the size it was when you
Wow.
were in it. Like I mean, it is like it's it's a different dynamic. So if you
Okay.
pass your challenge, my advice to you, and that people are gonna be
Hmm.
like, no way, Fenrir said that, is I would come in like and like tone it down. Don't be a
Okay.
Fenrir. Don't be a bull in a china shop, and because there's
Okay.
different cliques. There's people that are in officer roles because they were leaders of other
Right.
guilds, and we absorbed their whole guild. And you give them a chance to get to know you genuinely. Also, again, I
Yeah.
don't know if only Costanza really knows. I don't know if you do pass your challenge, if you're going to be in as like I don't know if this is gonna be like a frat where you're gonna get hazed for 3 months or a year or something before you.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
might never get loot, bro.
I
You
think you'll
might,
be fine.
you know.
I don't think you
I'm
have to worry
teasing.
about any of that sort of thing.
I'm
But
teasing.
on that topic, you will
Wait, I gotta give a stat before
you'll
you say it.
find your raid team. Like Fenral's saying, there's a lot of
Yeah, I think we have 6
we've
raid
absorbed a
teams,
lot of people, a
with,
lot of that stuff. I think we're running literally like 5 or 6 raid groups, and
and
now
there's
that
2
people are
more
getting
forming. Like,
alts,
yeah, like it's
yeah, yeah.
Really.
Now that there's alts and shit, there's gonna be even
That's
more of
huge.
that. So you'll be able to find your place. But yeah, the guild definitely has changed somewhat in a lot of good ways. But it's not that.
our
I
mission's
would
the same.
say like the frat thing that Fenral's saying, like that's what it used to kind of be like super
Right.
tight knit, like
It
that sort of thing. And
it's
now
clicky
we've
now. There's
become like
different.
global.
Yes.
Okay.
We're literally probably the biggest guild on the server. I would definitely
Now,
think
Oh,
so.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Um,
instead of us being one frat, we're like a college campus of several frats. Like,
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
right.
So I want to give a stat real quick. I'm gonna get just a quiz real quick. So you got our mission statement, right? And by the way, our mission is still the same.
Mhm.
There are some guilds we
Right.
absorb that are PVEers, and they literally have started to become PvPers. They are starting to get
Yeah.
that. Hey, when
Mhm.
Costanza says, when Costanza pings Discord, I don't
Mhm.
care. If I was in a pug Anixia, I had to leave, and whatever. I didn't care. That's what we do. But this is a quiz. Let me ask you this question. Highland might have a question too.
Okay.
I don't know. All right. Um, so what piece of real estate in game
Mhm.
does Wood Department literally own the deed to?
Oh, the deed to the Black Rock Mountain.
Got
There
okay. All
is
right.
Costanza's. He owns it.
Yep.
That is
Yep.
his zone.
Well,
All
hold
right,
on.
well,
This
Stop. For
is
tax
I gotta
purposes,
start wrapping this up here. So let's go
okay.
over. So I heard directly from the supreme leader, and
as did I.
I don't. I think that it might be subject to change. He obviously
Okay.
makes the rules here,
Okay. Of
but what he
course.
told me
It's solid. He confirmed it
is
to me.
for your challenge to get back in, he
Yep.
wants to have you go in Black Rock Mountain, which we do own, and you're gonna have to go into the lava at the
Mhm.
bottom and survive lava jumping for 20 minutes without
Okay.
dying, which is
Okay.
somewhat challenging. But there is the weak aura. There's a few things.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
I'd be more worried about somebody killing you. Is
Yeah.
the lava
so
part's annoying, but I'd be worried about some guy fucking shooting frost bolts at you or something.
So yeah, so
Right.
I'll tell you this too. Obviously, I'm rooting for you. Low wind, I think high wind is too. So obviously, we weren't told we couldn't give you pointers. I'm just gonna give you this tip. So there was no rules. It has to be on your same character, which is a priest, right? I think that's what you have.
Yep.
Damn,
Yep.
you should have gone
Obama's chef.
paladin, bro. That fire aura and bubble. Anyways, you got it. I will confirm with Dear Leader Highland. I will confirm with Dear Leader and let you know within 24 hours. I think you have to use that character. You can't do a new character. And I think
Right.
he wanted to give you 7 days. I might, because obviously even if you could make a new character, I don't know if you'd be able to
Mhm.
boost it high enough level to where you don't. Anyways, so I don't believe there was any crazy rules like about consumables
Okay.
but I don't want to say too much because I don't know
No,
too
I'm pretty
much.
sure you can use whatever. He's gonna let you practice.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
If you wanted to donate
we're
20,000
rooting
gold,
for you. We want you to succeed, and that's I think everybody, including Costanza. It's not. It's this isn't like I don't think he's doing this as some impossible task.
No.
this is
He's just
easier than a
doing it
duel,
as like
bro.
Yeah. This is way easier than a duel.
So let me say this, dude, because I mean, everyone knows me and my
Mhm.
my personality, right? I don't have my epic mount yet, so I don't believe that there's a rule against you partying with a paladin for the fire res aura and maybe getting healed. So if you
Oh.
wanted to throw like
Okay.
20,000, 40,000 gold my way, I'm just
Yeah.
saying,
Oh
like,
my god.
I'm teasing. I'm shut up, Highwind. I'll split some with you too. All right. No. Anyways, no. We'll get you the details within like a day or two.
All right.
But I just want to tell you this, bro. The guild is different.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
happy
okay.
to have you back. I think that hearing your story, I kind of heard bits and pieces of it. Because I
Yeah.
wasn't playing at the time, so I just would pop in Discord from time to time. Um, You certainly know a lot about the guild, so you definitely did your homework. In
Mhm.
my opinion, you proved that you, in my opinion, are what all members of our guild should be. Like, you know the mission statement, you know
Mhm.
you know about the guild, you know stuff that I think every guildie should know, right? I think that
Right.
should be so. And to be honest, I don't. Maybe I'm dumb for saying this. I don't know that every guildie knows the mission statement. Like, if we pulled everyone in and asked them one by one, I don't know if they all know it or not, and that's okay.
Right.
Some of them are new and whatever, but I'm really pulling for you. It's 20 minutes. We'll have it recorded. I might even live stream it. Well, that'll make it harder for you. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll
we
figure
might
all
live
that out. We'll
stream it.
figure all that out
Okay.
when we get there.
Yeah, we'll let
Okay.
you know
But
the deets. Do you accept the
Okay.
challenge?
I of course accept the challenge.
Okay.
Challenge accepted.
So,
all right, that's good to know. And then one other thing too is I think
Mhm.
you said that
Mhm.
it all kind of started the whole thing that you ended up leaving the guild and all that. It started because like you contributed to the guild, and then you felt like you weren't
Oh,
getting
one sec.
like stuff back, sort of thing. The one sort of, I guess we're talking about the rules of the
Yeah.
guild and whatever. Um, you have to be selfless, and this is all of us. This is me. I mean,
Yep.
literally, they fucking messaged me and said, "Yo, you have to do a podcast with Fenroll." Like, I don't know fucking podcasts. I don't know how to
and he
do
had me
any
on
of this shit.
ignore.
But
Yeah.
because
I'm
the
just
guild
kidding.
asked, like, we're just doing this because it's
Right.
for the
Hey,
guild.
hey, real
And
quick, Highwind, don't be mad. I just realized that when I turned his volume up, like I think it was 20 minutes ago, I had like a third a third of his camera was covered up by the options menu. But oh well, people are gonna make fun of us. But fuck y'all,
what
I
I
made fun of
do,
us
I
first.
again, I'm literally explaining that we are not podcasters, but we're doing this for the
Right.
guild, and
Yes.
Right.
that's what a big part of being in this guild and what
Community.
makes this
Yes.
guild so like good and special is that it is that selfless thing. Like, you're gonna get your gear, you're gonna get what you put in,
Yep.
but the people that don't make it are the people that show up
And
to two
expect.
raids and go, oh, I should get Mage Blade, and I should, like,
Right.
it's
Right.
those people aren't gonna make
They
it,
don't
And
last.
and those aren't the people we're looking for.
and because I
Right.
always like to talk about myself, just so you know, bro, I what are we in, like the 6th week of raids? I haven't raided
Yeah.
with the guild except one
I
week.
haven't either.
In
Yeah.
week
I.
Well, look, in
Yeah.
week 3, they needed a paladin because it was like holiday. I think it was there was like, so I got to raid and I didn't get any loot. Actually, no, I got this fucking two-handed mace that no one wants off a major domo.
Right.
But anyways, I am still not in a raid. I just got put into a raid team that like just
Yeah.
formed. That actually their first raid is Sunday, and I'm not even gonna get to raid with them this week. So and I've been in this guild a long time, and everyone loves me slash hates me. But I'm just telling you, don't just come in and just put the time in. You're
Okay.
you're starting from the bottom again,
Yep.
bro. So
Yeah. Of
um,
course.
yeah, I mean, and remember, at the end of the
You'll be
day,
fine. You'll
yeah,
be fine. But it's
For sure.
just it's just a selfless thing, and
Right.
you honestly get more enjoyment out of that. Like,
yeah,
it's
being a
Right.
part of
it's
it is
about the
great.
you're a military guy, correct?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yes,
so like,
sir.
it's about the guy next to you,
Yep,
and
Right.
like that guy's gonna do the same thing for you.
yep.
Yep.
It's community.
Yep.
You know that if you do what you're supposed to, the guy to your right's gonna do what he's supposed to. And just so you know too, I want to say this, right? Are you gonna stay on priest? I know you said warriors. Are you enjoying I mean,
I, I'm down for what the guild is down for. I would like to
I
play
like that.
warrior as the end
Well,
game though.
if
But I mean, if they
my
want me to
advice,
stick
if
on
you want
priest until
gear,
phase 3 or something, that's
well,
fine.
look, dude, look, I'll help you level and all. This is my advice, okay? I don't know if you know.
Hmm.
Do you know what class I'm playing?
No.
A paladin. What class do you know Fenril as?
Hunter?
No. Oh, okay. Are
No.
you
I,
fucking
I don't.
kidding
I
me?
don't know.
A rogue.
Well,
I played rogue only
rogue,
until
rogue, rogue,
mage
rogue.
for my sapper record, but I went paladin because when this first released, like the guild, which you weren't in the Discord, but it was like no rogues, no rogue. We're only taking one or two rogues per raid. Blah blah blah. So like I was like, well, I've been wanting to heal, and I actually had been wanting to play a paladin, but we were always horde. So I was like, hell yeah! Like
Right.
so I went holy paladin for the guild. If I was you, you have a better chance at getting gear
Yeah.
sooner as a priest, bro, because um, Yeah, I mean, dude, we need priests right now.
All right, Fenrir, stop trying to get the guy to fucking change classes, dude. He's
No, I
want
want him
do
to stay
whatever he's
priest,
gonna
dude.
do.
My war
Bro,
game team
warrior
needs a
is
priest.
way overpopulated, just so you know. Fucking
Okay,
everybody in
okay.
their mom is a warrior.
Yeah, you won't ever
Right,
get a
true.
weapon, dude. You'll be using crawl blade.
All right. You're already causing fucking loot drama before the dude's even in the guild.
Yeah, he's not gonna survive 20 minutes. All right, Highwind, do you think he's gonna survive 20 minutes? That's
Dude,
tough.
I think with the weak aura, dude,
I
I've
have the weak
survived
aura.
lava
It's not the
jumping
weak
for
aura.
a
It's the
while.
fucking
I
horde.
know. I've got
Yeah,
I've
that's
got
what
it
I'd be
figured out.
worried about.
It's
I'm
the
working
horde,
with
bro. There's
some
no way.
people.
20 minutes of the
My
horde.
people are gonna contact your people, and
Well,
we're gonna figure
don't
it out.
contact Costanza. I'm gonna tell you that.
No,
he's
I'm
busy.
not. I'm
You
not.
reach
No, I'm
out to
not. I am
Highwind
busy.
and
I bet you could get some of the guys ready.
I, uh,
Your best bet. This is what I would do. Well, I mean,
Get
people are gonna
4
see this.
healers.
I'm giving away the secret. This is what I would
Wait,
do
we
if I
shouldn't give
were
away
you.
any secrets yet. Let's wait. We can have another.
would-
I already have a trick up my sleeve.
Hey, listen.
you
Hey,
know,
let's do
like-
this.
All right.
Let's
all right.
do one.
Yeah.
Don't say it then.
Hey, listen.
I'm
Let's
not
do
gonna
this.
say it.
Let's
It
get him
won't
on.
be-
Let's
I
get him
won't say
on
it.
for another episode. Maybe we don't do a full episode. Maybe we
Okay.
do another little teaser video for the
Okay.
main event, and we'll actually I'll tell you what, we will let you know whether it's 5 days, 7 days, whatever the timeline that Costanza has time to
Okay.
fit it in, and then we might not tell you all of the rules. If he may say there's no rules, however you got to do it to
All right,
survive.
we're not making the rules. Kaz
I know,
is
but that's the
making
thing.
fucking rules.
Yep.
Costanza might not want us to tell you every rule until like that fucking interview we do with
Gotcha.
you. So make sure
Okay.
you keep some tricks. You better plan.
I got it. I got it.
But
Yeah, we'll do what we can, but
Yeah, we
but
like you.
really just make a good show out of it, and you'll be good.
Okay.
But I gotta get going here
Yep.
soon, gentlemen.
Same here.
yep. So guys,
Gentlemen,
thank y'all
it's been an awesome episode.
Yeah, hey, and thanks for coming in. You are our first guest and first victim.
Glad
your
to be
first
here.
one on the
First
block.
victim.
Yeah, you were the first one on the block. Did your head get chopped off? Are you okay? You made it out?
I'm okay.
Well, for now,
I
you
made
got to
it.
survive the
Chop, chop.
lava. For the rest of you guys watching, please subscribe. It's free.
Yeah, if you gotta go get wrecked, you can drop. We'll
yeah.
finish
All
doing
right.
your outro.
Subscribe,
Thanks, buddy.
comment.
We're looking for you. Yeah, you'll be good.
Yep. Subscribe, comment, guys. Please share it with friends. Whatever. Leave it up on your phone while you sleep so it watches a bunch of time. No, I'm just kidding. But hey, guys, thanks so much for the support and all the hate too that I get sometimes. We love it. Highwind and I, we put more time in. We've been putting more and more time in every week into taking this serious. I think this week was way more serious than the last video we did, and
Yeah, for
next
sure.
one will be way more serious. So, anyways, guys, appreciate y'all. Chop, keep on chopping. We'll see you soon.
Later, boys.